Hello, Steve. Had a wee bit of difficulty setting up there at the start. You're very welcome to my wee celebration of my auger. Let me turn down the volume on everything else so that it doesn't interfere. Let me know if the volume and the balance between game audio and all of that is good. I can try and reset it if it's not. So we can see this lovely auger here. If some of the guys on Discord, on the community panel and the like, want to pop on and discuss any part of this Borg or anything else, feel free to drop in there, guys, into the community panel chat. I'm going to keep this stream relatively short and just mess about with this auger to begin with. I've got it at tier 2. First thing I'm going to look at before we get into that is this event that's on. That's Vulcan Logic. I'm also going to do a wee bit of my Swarm Sunday heroic thing. We can see there I'm in 7th place, partly passive grinding, partly out active grinding, killing hostiles. Now what some people are giving out about is putting the rare Vulcan on the Vidar and going and farming these. Now I guess if you were farming low level ones like the level 15, you know, down, sorry, no, that's Swarm, level 25 Vidars, level 25 arguably going to give you 13 points anyway, and add in an extra 5 points, so you get 18 points for farming the level 25 Borgs. I'm not certain, I haven't tested this, I'm not certain if that's with the Vulcan as captain or not. I've collected a few shards, that's why I'm doing alright in the points there at the moment. In the top 10, we'll see if that that remains over the course of the next 3 days, which is how long this leaderboard's on for. Bit of giving out about that. If anybody has any comments on that, please feel free to leave them. I'm gonna send this ship over to Swarm. I'm going to pull this auger back and we'll take a look at it once he's home. Now I've got the Sally, and I had the Sally and the auger down there passive grind, and it just suited me at the moment to send the auger down. Fresh ship, needed the level up, an event where grinding hostiles going to accrue points. It just made sense to send it down, let it passive grind and level up a little bit. But we'll take it out and actively grind with it. Have the Sally down there as well, doing the same thing. So we'll leave the Sally for the time being. Only reason pull the Sally back is if I want to take officers off it and mess around with those on the auger. So what I'm looking for from anybody watching while we're live is officer setups you'd like me to test, different types of hostiles you'd like me to test them on. I'm wondering, Steve, if there's anybody on our server. I might put a message onto on the Galaxy chat. I don't know yet. If somebody wants to come and take a 1.4 mil ish Sally, maxed Sally, down to Pajem, PvP crew, I'll mess about with a couple of crews and let you attack my Sally, my auger, or I'll attack the Sally with my auger if anybody's willing to test that. Likewise, if there's anybody out there with a tier 2, tier 3 enterprise, wouldn't mind testing against that setup for PvP. Wouldn't mind testing her against an enterprise, seeing how she goes. A couple of different officer setups. So if anybody has any ideas and that kind of stuff of what you'd like to see, what level hostiles maybe I should go out and chance, see how I'm doing against certain hostiles with certain crew setups, that kind of thing, let me know sooner rather than later, and we can try and test some of that out. I'm going to send this Franklin over to first 32, and in between messing with the auger, we'll continue the grind on the swarm. Now there's an hour and a half repair time on that, and it's down, I suppose, about 25%. Judging by that, it's no great judge at the moment. I don't need to destroy it to fully test it, but judging by that, not overly longer to repair than a maxed out rare faction ship. Steve's saying he doesn't like how they've changed all the events to shards. I know what you mean. I know what you mean by the. I'll just jump back in there and take a quick look at it. This idea of collecting shards gives you points. I suppose that's where you want to be doing pretty well in alliance events. You want your alliance doing well to get those. Usually in those kind of events, you're getting shards. You can trade for, I suppose, alliance credits. Although a lot of people, I suppose, on the other hand, will say, especially in our server, will say you don't spend your credits on your alliance credits on officer shards. I'm certainly not doing that at the moment. I'm in a one-man alliance at the minute. Some of you guys be aware that I'm no longer in HOM. That's an entirely different story that we might do a video on that at some stage. Normally I'd trade for Armada directives. I'd get a few Armada directives, and if I was close to an officer pull in an event like that, I might spend some on Ultra Recruits tokens, but not really. Right now it's all about the peace shields. They brought down the cost of the 3-day peace shields. It's very welcome. And I have a decent wee stock of alliance credits if I want to get more of them, so I'm happy enough out on my own, doing my own thing, being a bit of a lone wolf for a while. And hello to you too, Missy. And like I said before, if there's anybody there on the Discord that has access to the community panel chat, feel free to drop into the chat and we can talk. I'll speed up that auger now in a wee second. Now, I've seen, there are some people I've seen in terms of officer setups for the auger. Like, obviously Nero is your man. I think I can upgrade Nero. I'll check it out when I finish off that repair. Obviously Nero's your man. The question then, I've seen like Kirk and Spock being used alongside Nero. I've tried myself using Nero, Livis, and Carol Marcus. Let me take a wee look here and see how that auger was doing on level 28s, 29s. There we go. Take a look. It was doing 2 rounds with Carol and Livis. Now that gun obviously there, that 296, it fires the 2 normal weapons first and then the obliterator. Again, we'll look at all of that now in a wee second, but and I'll do probably a dedicated video on the auger, a shorter dedicated video just on the auger, showing it off a wee bit, talking about it a wee bit more in particular. Some of it might be repetitive to this stream, but and again, I suppose the stream's not for everybody. But the obliterator is obviously the thing that you're keen on with the auger and Nero and Burnin. So the real question is, who complements Nero best? and Missy's telling me to get back in Hom. I'm happy enough on my own at the minute, Missy. I've had some of the ones in Hom, as you know. I've had Say and a few of the other lads there messaging me. Even the likes Triple H there wouldn't have been long-term OG Hom. Like the Triple H has been messaging me asking if I'm coming back, and different people like that. And it's great to hear from the lads. It's great to hear from everybody and to see all the good wishes and all of that from people. Interestingly though, my old friend Econ and a few guys like that now that have reformed Sword, Excalibur 2.0, some of those guys, they weren't the ones asking if I'd be coming back to Hom. They weren't the ones that were asking how long am I going to be staying out, and will I come back, and why won't I come back, or any of that kind of stuff. They didn't seem to be too interested in whether I was back in Hom or not. Interested maybe more in the reasons why I wasn't there than whether I was coming home or not. But maybe we'll see. I've talked to some of the ROG guys. Like, there's a difference of opinion, as you can imagine, in ROG as to whether somebody like me would be welcome in. Some of the guys were keen. They just don't give a shit about history in the past and all that there. Well, Flando, how are you keeping? I'm just going on a wee rant here about Hom and ROG, and I'm just saying about how so some of the ROG guys did reach out to me and suss out if I'd be willing to join them, you know. Some of the Hom guys have got on to me and said, will you come back? And I've talked to like a few other alliances there. I've talked to individuals saying, like, listen, you can always come over to us if you want. I've talked to some of the fringe players like CJ Dennis and a couple of different guys like that. Shout out to them. They're more on the fringe in terms of alliances and stuff like that. We've talked about is there potential there to I suppose build an alliance from the fringe players, or at least work some sort of a strategy where we could maybe, I don't know, help each other during events and things like that to maximise the fringe players' potential in terms of ranking and all of that. So there's a lot to be discussed yet. Like, there's still server merges as a possibility. I mean, we don't know really if they're gonna happen. We certainly don't have a date or anything, but it's always going to be a live subject until we get clarification as to whether it's going to happen or not. And server merges happen with our server. I mean, everything's going to go arse over tits. Like, everything's going to change. So there's merit maybe in I suppose trying to be independent and sitting back. If you've had a few run-ins with the major players on your server, it's worth maybe sitting back and waiting to see if something like that does happen, how it changes things. Are you only awake? Are you fucking yawning there or something? Hello? Who's that? Is that Flando? Man, mute your mic or get in chatting. So I'm going to speed up this auger now in a wee second.
Oh, yeah.
So you're there finally. Can you hear me all right? Guys, if there's anybody listening, will you put a message in the chat? Make sure I just haven't gone silent here, because I've been rabbiting on there for a couple of minutes and Flando doesn't seem to be able to hear me.
Amorgin.
I know what it is. I'm muted on Discord. I'm gonna have to skip over to that for a second. Forgive me. Hello, Flando. There you are. Me talking shite, me talking away. Forgot that I had my mic muted. Blaming you. Could you hear me on the stream?
No, not got the stream on. Are you on YouTube or?
Yeah.
All right.
Right. No, that's all right. No, I was rambling on there about Hum and Rug and stuff, different invites and different people sussing me out to see if I'd be interested in joining them because I'm out on my own, you know. Missy was in the stream there asking me to come back, and there's a few other people send me private messages and all, but it seems as though, you know, like, the likes of me joining Rug would be a controversial enough thing for some of their members. Some of their members just don't give a shit, you know. You've seen this yourself on your server where, you know, maybe the likes of Initius or different people there have swapped alliances. Some people will be like, well, we don't want that person because they've been the enemy for so long, or, you know, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And then some people just don't give a shit and they're going like, listen, let's get them in here. One of the comments that would have been made to me was like, listen, come and join us for a wee while, come and join us for a week and see that we're not the bad guys. Which is that's a fair invitation, you know. It seems as though, I've talked to the Rog lads, it seems as though that there's going to be a longer process with somebody like me joining. They'd have to put it to a vote and things like that, so I'm not hanging around waiting on people to vote on me and all of that kind of shit, you know what I mean? I'm happy enough doing my own thing, and, you know, if they don't want me to come in for a week, like, and do a video with them and do whatever and all and have the crack, then it's not worth it, you know. But, like, some of the Hum lads asking me and all as well, like, there's Sword 2.0 now as well. Econ and the lads have reformed Sword.
Alright.
Right. I had a wee bit of a run-in with one of their members already today. So I had to drop a 3-day shield, 2 days left, and I had to drop a 2-day shield to go and make a point. I was hitting Borg space. Like, even the most mortal enemies on our server respect no hits in Borg space, you know.
I think that's quite a common,
you know,
sort of a rule of thumb across a lot of servers. To be
like,
honest.
there's a lot of servers out there that say no, Borg space is free, and that's fair enough. That's the rules on your server. That's what's been agreed. That's just the way that is. But on a server, I've found where, and like you're saying, this is replicated in a number of places. On a server where Borg space is holy ground. You don't touch everybody, even the ones that can't stand each other. Respect that. And no sooner was Borg 2.0 formed, and one of their members went and hit me in Borg space. You know, and you know, like they were. I'd hit one of them. They were hogging 3 miners in Lixar in Klingon space. You know, the 3 3G3 crystal mines in Lixar. This one player had 3 of the mines there in Lixar, and I wanted to mine my crystal, so I went and hit one of their miners in Lixar, right?
It's the hit all 3.
Oh no, I didn't hit all 3, just hit one. Freed it up for myself and then started mining, right? To do my dailies. Hey?
Had to hit all 3. If someone hit me in Borg space and I seen 3 miners.
No. Sorry, before he hit me in Borg space, that was what I had done. Right, which, to be fair, Borg space is a different story altogether when it comes to, especially when the only rules on your server is it's a free for all, but Borg space doesn't get touched. You know, for somebody to respond by going and hitting you in Borg space, it's a little bit petty, like, right? It's a bad excuse, like, right? So I had to drop a 2-day shield and go and like, first of all, I contacted Econ and the guys, and I said, like, listen, if you're going to be hitting me in Borg space, then I'll start hitting yous, right? And the 2 boys basically were like, no, it's between you and that player, it's between you. And I was like, right, well, technically, I remember your alliance hit every player in my alliance in Borg space. You know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the entire alliance.
My entire alliance has been hit in Borg space, like. So if I go and hit 2 of your members, that's like 10% of your alliance, like, you know. Be thankful that it's not 100% of your alliance, you know. So I dropped the 2-day shield, done that. The boys weren't happy with me, of course. It was ironed out in the end, and a wee shout out to Phil McCracken. Phil was the guy, the sensible head, that came in and said, like, listen, what the fuck, basically, like, because he was one of the guys I hit, you know. Nothing personal himself and White Wolf, I think it was, nothing personal to them guys, but I warned them on global chat and said, like, listen, basically the response that I got from both Econ and Billy was nothing reassuring me that I'm going to be safe. It was like, that's between you and him. So it was like, right, so I go down to Borg space, I'm at risk of being hit by somebody in your alliance. And it's between me and him. come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just supposed to sit there and go, all right, okay, I'm the only person that's allowed to be hitting Borg space then, because you just won't put manners on your fucking member, like. So yeah, I went and I hit a couple of the guys, nothing personal, like I say, and yeah, and it got resolved then after that, of course, and fair fucks to Phil McCracken. Like, he was the one that went and said, like, listen, does it have to be like this? And he negotiated where it was like, right, I can throw up a shield again, and with an assurance that I'm not going to be hitting Borg space, you know. So so that's the carry on from me there today. Like, that's while I was building my auger, you know. That's while I was messing around the early thing. I must send it on to Azrael. Azrael done a nice little intro. I suppose it wasn't even designed as an intro. It's more, you know, the ship coming out of dock, you know, when you build a ship. But he used the fucking Fortunate, you know. Now, it's what do you call him that done music for Star Trek Fleet Command before? Rooster Cogburn. You heard me mention Rooster before, like, a talented guy. Like, Rooster done a remix of the Star Trek Fleet Command theme, you know, and it's quite good, like, and Azrael put like a Fortunate coming out of dock to it, and I was like, man, you could have got a better fucking ship than that, like, you know what I mean? And he was like, well, if you've got any footage of any decent ships, like, I'll do that. So I must get him the footage now of the auger coming out of dock. That'll be a little bit more fitting, I think, you know. You know, so I'll stick that in there. Hey?
I was just seeing who joined the Discord. Heck,
is it Heck? Good man, Heck. Heck, have you anything you want me to test on this auger? I'm waiting for people to suggest any officer setups or particular hostiles I could try it out on with different officers, whatever. I'm willing to put out a call on my server. I'm not going to give it an awful lot of time, but I'm willing to put out a call on the server in the next 20 minutes, half an hour. If somebody wants to take like a tier 2, tier 3 Enterprise over, or a Max Sally or something, and with a PvP crew, and
what power's yours, auger?
So the auger is tier 2 at the minute, with the Obliterator upgraded with its third component, you know.
A Max Sally will destroy it.
Guaranteed.
Yep, guaranteed. I've seen Max Sally's right tier 4 augers.
Oh. I'd still be
possible.
I'd still be willing to smash them off each other just to see, you know what I mean? Just to see how it goes, like.
I'll see if I can send you a couple of screenshots. You sent. We just finished a war with XX. It's like end of the week, so there's been a lot of fighting going on.
Right.
A lot of high tier powered ships kind of fighting each other. So, what is it? That's Baby One. That one there. Try to find it.
I suppose just for the benefit of Steve is in the stream, he was asking a wee while ago there, what tier do I think that I can get the auger to? And I think you were saying something the same to me earlier on, Heck. I think I could probably, with spending a bit of Latinum, I could probably get it. Just depends on how much I have to spend in terms of Latinum. I don't mind waiting if it's going to really fucking eat into my Latinum. I don't mind waiting for the next week or two and refining because it's common crystal, I think it is, I need. Right, I've got a stock of uncommon. I've got a stock of rare. It's a gas I don't have uncommon and rare because I've spent that in other ships, you know. But I've been stockpiling my tier 3 ship parts, so I deliberately didn't upgrade my Bortus. Right, kept my Bortus at whatever tier 5, whatever the fuck that was. In anticipation of saving everything that I need for the auger. However, I've run low on common crystal, so depending on how much it's going to cost me in Latinum in common crystal conversion, and how much it eats into my uncommon, I
mean, it's going to take a lot. Tier 3, you're going to start requiring like 1,700 ore per weapon.
Common or
uncommon.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, here, I'll jump into the auger here now just for a second, and we'll look at the upgrade screen. Now, Tritanium.
I can't even see it.
It's on the stream. If you can pop it on the YouTube, you'll see it. Like, but I'm sitting here in dry dock, 1.4 million, tier 2, with the Obliterator, and the first kinetic. No, is that misreading? Is that's energy? Is it not? What is that? What's the other two weapons on an augur?
I mean, if
Yeah, the
this
two are energy.
Is the obliterator is kinetic? Isn't that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. So the other two are that's that visual bug that they're actually energy.
Yeah. They're definitely energy.
Yeah.
Just look at their firing pattern.
Yeah. Right. So a factor here for me is gonna be the titanium, which I've got some titanium stockpiled in tokens. I've got a little bit in dilithium.
You if you've got the resources for it, you should easily get that to tier 4, definitely.
I'm thinking tier 4, depending on how hard it's going to hit me. I don't want to use all my fucking titanium tokens, you know what I mean? Like, let me see. I'm gonna probably. I don't like showing this shit, like, but let's go in and see what I've got. Let me
stop holding. Get everything into that auger right now.
Right, so there's my titanium, 420 million titanium.
You've definitely got enough for tier 4.
You mind you're gonna get some? You're gonna get some back.
Hold on. Let me see dilithium. See, the question here is, there's about 13 million dilithium in tokens. I could go and do my combat training 40 and get 28 million dilithium if it's going to be heavy on the dilithium. What's dilithium?
No. Battleships are heavy on titanium. They're not heavy on lithium.
Okay. So tokens probably cover me there. Can anybody do a quick crunch in LCARs or something there on the dilithium and titanium requirements to tier 5, tier 4 and tier 5? If you don't mind, if somebody can do that.
Yeah.
I've
got the Enterprise stuff. The Enterprise costed 1,700 uncommon per weapon at tier 3, so you're going to be spending 4,000 immediately at tier 3 for those 3 weapons.
Right.
If they all require uncommon.
Okay, so 1,000 uncommon crystal is working out at 400 latinum for me. And
that's pretty good.
I'm shy with my uncommon ore as well.
Ooh.
But listen, I don't mind burning a bit of latinum. That's why I'm saving the latinum, for times like this.
Right. So to get augur from tier 4 to tier 5, you're looking at 255 million titanium, 8.7 million dilithium, 6,000 and
how much titanium? Sorry.
Oh no, this is so I'm talking shite. This is from tier 3 to tier 4. So tier 3 to tier 4. It's 255 million.
Right.
8.75 million.
Right.
900 uncommon crystal and 3,850 uncommon ore. Now, also, although there's that's a lot of titanium and dilithium, you're going to get quite a fair bit of that back through the research.
That's true too. Yeah. So we'll listen. What we'll do is then, for the purpose of the stream, what we'll do is we'll take a run, see how far I can take it. I don't want to eat all of my tokens. Bear in mind,
yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Right?
You fucking do.
If it's a case that I can get it to tier 5 and still have a bit left over, we'll do it. If it's a case that at tier 4, by upgrading anything other than the obliterator, I'm going to eat the last of my tokens without getting it to tier 5, we'll leave it. Same applies tier 3. If I can get it over the line tier 4 and upgrade the obliterator and still have a bit left over, happy. If I can get it to, and I'll grind, I'll build it up over the next couple of weeks.
Wait, how much uncommon ore do you have again?
Uncommon, very little.
No, uncommon ore.
Uncommon, hold on. Okay, hold on, uncommon, hold on.
Because you need a total of 13,850 between to upgrade to tier 4 then upgrade to tier 5. You need a total of 13,850.
Tier 4 to tier 5.
No, it's 3,850 from tier 3 to tier 4, and another 10k, or from tier 4 to tier 5.
Uncommon crystal.
Uncommon ore. So
uncommon ore. I've got 18, just shy 18,000 uncommon ore.
Oh, that's fine. So yeah, you got the mats for it then. That's fine.
Right, what is it asking me in terms of crystal? Uncommon.
Uncommon, tier 3 to tier 4 is a total of 900, and tier 4 to tier 5 is a total of 2,125. So just over 3k in total from tier 3 up to tier 5.
Can you crunch numbers there on tier 1 to tier 5 in terms of those two for me, if you don't mind? I know it's asking a wee bit of fucking headache for you, like, but it just...
You send me that stockpile of uncommon gas.
Oh, I'll need that.
Right, so tier 2 you don't actually use any uncommon.
Right. So that's where I'm gonna have to spend my latinum up to tier 3 basically.
So go from tier 3 onwards is where it starts to cost latinum. Not latinum, uncommon, sorry.
Honestly, I would only spend enough resources to do your daily
So 200
events for the faction.
200 uncommon.
How much titanium am I cashing in now then?
Right, so you're looking at, in terms of from tier 1 up to tier 5, the crystal amount you're looking at spending in total is 3,275 uncommon crystal in total.
Right.
For the ore, it is, I say 50 there.
Right, I've 148 million titanium there.
So you're looking at a total of 14,700 uncommon ore from tier 1 to tier 5. And then the titanium costs altogether. If we go from tier 3, so all the upgrades for tier 3, all the upgrades for tier 4 to get to tier 5, you're looking at titanium costs is about... What's that? No, it's wrong, 124. So it's about just over 700 million titanium.
700 million. I'm not a million miles off that, but I might be better off leaving it for a little while.
No. The research refunds, you're gonna get that back.
We shout out to Stocky and Pat and Hugo and Patrick, just all commenting there in the chat. Hugo's reminding me about the transfer rate between latinum and materials.
Aye, so don't use latinum for resources, use it for commons.
Yeah.
But then, if it's going to be like fucking, if you need to buy like 50 common crystal or something, go buy something else. Which is
give me the numbers there on dilithium up to tier 5 if you can, Flando, as well, if you don't mind.
So, but from tier 1 up to tier 5?
If you don't mind.
Makes sense. 6. About 28. No, sorry, I'm talking shite. About 30. 30 million.
30 million dilithium up to tier 5. Okay, so I've got about... I'm sitting on just shy of 5 here at the minute. Let me see. I think I said I had 13 in tokens elsewhere and 28 on... I might be better off just going and doing that fucking... Use the auger for that. Go and do that.
You'll definitely get to tier 4 easy. That's a given. You might have the chance that you might be kind of one upgrade short of getting it to tier 5, but possibly, depending on your...
For my dilithium, this is asking me, for the next combat training, for 28 million, is asking me to defeat 3 level 40 hostiles. Do you want to suggest a system to take this auger to...
What's actually the kill? What's...
3 level 40s, so it'll be a nice test of this auger.
Go to Grimbridge. Or Wolf. You can get level 40 explorers and Wolves. They're not veterans. They're pretty easy to kill.
Wolf and Grimbridge, you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, you see, I don't mind going for a longer battle to see the stats on the Obliterator when it kicks in. The big question's going to be, this is a PvE crew I need to put on this now. What is the crew I'm putting on this to go and kill these level 40 Federation patrols?
Pike?
The Pike Chen.
Yeah, Pike Moro Chen.
No. Nero has to go with the Obliterator.
No. Fuck off. That's for PvP. PvE, you stick with Pike.
You reckon?
Yep, 100%.
No matter, like, how long are these rounds going to last?
Not long.
Do you think? Right.
The thing is, it's not how much damage you can maximise with the Obliterator plus Nero, it's how much damage you're going to negate over the long period of fights with Pike and Moreau, which will be better than the damage you
Okay.
get from the
So I'd
Obliterator.
love to hear, if there's anybody in the chat, if there's anybody watching this afterwards that wants to leave a comment, I'd love to hear if... right, so Pat's there, Devilman's there. So Flando's after saying to me in that to go with Pike and Moreau on this auger and head up to say Wolf, take out the three of them to get my dilithium to upgrade it a bit further. Is that because Devil sat on an auger for a while, right? He's one of these auger men, I think. Same with a few other lads like Darky and all from our server. They're known as auger men, you know, rather than enterprises or whatever. They've had augers, right? And there's a few guys now who's turned to the auger on our server, and they've tried out different crew combinations. I distinctly remember Devilman and Pat testing out different crews. So my question for him is, do I go with what you're saying, Flando? Go Pike Moreau because that's your PvE, that's your hostile killing crew? Or do I go with Nero and somebody alongside him? So I'll give it a minute and see if...
Yeah, Hugo's right. You need to put him
I know,
on.
I know, and we've said this before in previous videos loads and loads of times. However, Nero on the auger with the Obliterator is a factor. And I haven't seen loads of testing, you know, with various crew combos with Nero to see can that on an auger rival the meta Pike crew, you know what I mean?
A PvP situation.
Probably.
Howdy.
But yeah, in terms of where
yeah.
to kill them, if you want an easy kill, go to Wolf. If you want to test out, you know, killing veterans, you've got Groombridge.
Okay, well, sure, we'll do both.
one.
We'll do both. We'll go up and we kill two in Wolf, and we'll send her over and try one then in Groombridge, or do it the other way around.
I reckon you'd probably get with your current auger strength, you'll probably get about maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 kills at best in Groombridge.
Okay, let me see what I can upgrade before I go though. There's another weapon.
I mean, you could honestly take it to tier 3 before even trying.
Yeah, true
Yeah.
enough. I need some. That'll do. So I'm gonna
one
tier
note.
it. I'm gonna tier it to 3. Sorry, who's in with us?
Spork, I just
Spork.
joined.
How's it going?
One note, Nero actually is not very good on the auger, despite the whole burning thing. The way the firing pattern works, you only get every other Obliterator shot with the bonus because of the duration of burning.
Yeah.
It's basically a bug in the way they lined everything up.
So Alexander Marcus might be. Alexander Marcus, the other officer, does burning, is he?
No, Sarv.
If you're
Sure.
killing Reds, Pike is definitely the best no matter what.
No, you're talking. Is it not Javanek? Marcus.
Sharvnek is the burner.
Maybe it's Charvanek.
Yeah, Marcus does shoe piercing.
No, he does morale and shield piercing.
Right, so Pat's saying it doesn't rival it in PvE, so it's still the meta then, that officer setup no matter where you go.
I don't see
Yeah.
that being changed for quite some time, in all honesty.
Okay.
Yeah, it basically the ship is made for burning, but they made the burning officer so bad and so bugged that it basically doesn't work.
I mean, if it was a Federation officer that was doing burning, it'd have been fixed within fucking
Yeah.
2 seconds.
We're still talking though that this ship in Armadas, with the Obliterator and Nero and all of that, this ship in PvP with longer running battles is still a factor, yeah?
From what I've
Sort
heard,
of. You only get it every, I think it's 6 rounds you get the bonus, so it's actually sort of negligible. It
But
takes till round 5 until you get the first bonus. from the
If she's
Obliterator.
maximized for damage though, right? Say in an Armada, Decius, Nero, and say I don't know, take your pick for the third slot,
Livis.
Levis maybe, or fucking Carol Marcus, or something, you know, something like that, right? You go into an armada. Your damage output there when the Obliterator fires, does it not make it worthwhile? Even though it'll only fire off maybe three
From what I've
times.
seen, no, because you're only going to get that bonus from burning on the Obliterator in an Armada maybe twice, maybe 3 times.
Depending on the Armada, of course. But I just
Yeah.
posted a screenshot of a crew that I've seen before, like.
Boys,
For
you're all
PvP.
starting to fucking pour cold water on. I've been salivating over this, cooking in my fucking dry dock for fucking 2 weeks.
No. It's still a good to you.
I've been sitting there fucking
Oh, no, don't get me wrong.
touching
The
myself in
ship's
places
insane.
I shouldn't be thinking about it. and
No,
all
the
I can think
criticism
of is obliterate, Nero, obliterator, Nero.
No.
The criticism is Nero, not the augur itself. The augur's insane.
Yeah, it's the ship itself is fucking fantastic.
So
It does-
so why
Doesn't need the bonus.
so why are we not talking Charvanek here?
For burning, because it only lasts the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, look, hang on.
It's only the first 3 rounds, is it?
I
With
think
her.
so. I'm not in game just now, so I can't double check her stats, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's only the first 3 rounds. So if it's a long battle, you're fucked.
Hang on. If I remember correctly, it's if
Yeah.
you have your whole health under 80%. It's
Yeah.
when she can activate. And
And
she
then it lasts for
burns
3 rounds.
3 rounds every time she burns.
Which is 80% chance of burning every time she burns. So that would be constant burning from her.
No, it's
pretty
wait.
much. But you have to take into account your shields are down by then if you started a battle at full health. Cool. Otherwise, she'd be farming.
So what about Charvanek
Okay,
with Kirk and Spock?
Right, so when a
What?
ship's hull health goes under 80% of its value at the start of combat, Charbonnet has an 80% chance of burning the point for 3 rounds. So basically, you drop down to under 80% of your hull health, there's a high chance Charbonnet will activate burning for 3 rounds, but that's it. Unless you somehow regenerate health again, you're not going to trigger that attack, that ability. So it's like a one-off 3-round burn, pretty much. So you're not getting sustained, you're not actually getting multiple burns over a lot of rounds. You're only getting the chance in that 3-round period for your obliterator to actually go off and do damage.
Basically,
Effect.
the best Armada crew is Kirk, Spock, and Decius, or one of the specific anti-faction officers
Or Khan.
on every ship.
Khan as well.
Who?
Zoe is
Can?
also really good.
Yeah. I feel like I've just been told that there's no Santa.
Who are you saying for the third slot?
No, so for the augur, it would still wreck a lot of enterprises and a lot of even dark jellies. Just don't put all your faith in the obliterator. Put your faith in the fact that it's a battleship that can kick some fucking ass.
Hmm.
And given that most
What
of our-
about battleship on
Trying to get
battleship
the
against
this one.
against an Intrepid?
Augur should win because the Intrepid is probably one of the worst, if not the worst PvP ship I've ever seen in my fucking life. It is absolutely dreadful at PvP. For a battleship, it is shockingly bad. I mean, I've seen Brells of the same tier beat it, and that's going against
the side
combat triangle.
for the side view.
Heck, who are you saying for the third seat?
Talking with people and side.
You're breaking up a wee bit on me, heck. We're talking Talan. Are we saying
Talking.
Pike, Moreau, and Talan? Yeah.
For what?
Or no, Pike, Moreau, and Chen would it not be against these Federation explorers?
Yes.
Yeah, Chen.
Where's Chen? There she is. Good girl. Right.
It's trying to figure out how to
Okay, and I'm looking at. I'd be better off going for the tougher ship first, wouldn't I?
Aye, why not?
That's Groombridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's 5 minutes out.
Get all the
6.
full stuff.
Hold on. Go back. Did you buff up your below deck crew?
I didn't, and she's gone.
32 full size pots. So, can do half.
Listen, the main purpose here with killing these 3 ships is only a good opportunity to look at the battle log with the augur against a ship that's going to give it a fight, like a level 40 ship that's going to give it a fight, right? The main purpose though is to get the dilithium so they can upgrade this. So let's not complain about the below decks crew just yet. If I get my ass handed to me and you're going, that fucking ship just buckled, then I'll take a slap on the wrist from you and we'll fix that.
No, you should. You
Sounds
should get a
good.
few kills at least. I mean, when I was using the Intrepid, which at the time was tier 4 and a bit, I was probably getting maybe like 3 or 4 kills. I was just wanting to see how many I could do in a run. I was getting about 3 or 4. Wasn't that great, but I reckon you probably get maybe an extra couple with your augur.
Right. Pat's saying to me that the augur will always win against the Intrepid unless the Intrepid has 750% Spock and you have no Spock on the augur. And he's saying T6 augur versus tier 9 Intrepid.
I mean, I've not seen like a tier 6 augur versus tier 9 Intrepid, but I would be pretty confident in augur in that fight, definitely. Oh, aye. The Intrepid is a fucking waste of space.
Yeah, it is.
I actually like bloody buying it and upgrade.
We'll say that to the guys that are level 29, 30, 31 that are having to deal with being hit by the fucking things.
Mate, honestly, you can use a Saladin. and it'll
Tier 4
absolutely
or
wipe
tier
the floor.
5 Intrepids.
Yeah, I mean, Sally's of the same tier wipe the floor. I mean, I've seen. I was trying to send you a screenshot, but I've seen a few of my guys, Matt Sally's, absolutely mince Intrepids that are between sort of 500 to 750k power stronger. Like, honestly, it's just such a shocking ship.
It
Will
depends on
I
the
send
team.
out an invite to somebody with a Max Sally?
Aye, you're gonna get wrecked, mate. Absolutely wrecked. See, well,
Yeah, Max
I
Sally's
would
probably
get
win.
your ship to tier 4 first, maybe in tier 5 if you can, and then try it with a Max Sally.
Yeah. Definitely. Right now, Max
Because-
Sally is struggling in your augur.
I mean, remember, you're not always going on the ship power, you're going on the actual tier as well. The tier of the ship makes a considerable difference. Not the actual
Yeah.
well, the power does too,
Yes.
but if you have a tier, an augur and a Sally of the exact same power, there's probably about a 7, maybe 6 or 7 tier difference within that.
Mhm.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Which is a big difference to the power.
Yeah. And the other thing is, you don't really get the weapon power to increase until you tier it up. Because right now it's mainly just whole health that's giving it all that stat.
That is the thing, is most ships at their first 3 tiers are quite shite. In all honesty, it's not until you actually get to tier 4 or 5 plus do you actually start to see improvements on it. Some ships aren't like that, unfortunately, but most ships kind of follow that same structure.
Yeah, Centurion, I definitely remember that because that was the
Yeah.
one ship every weapon only went up by like 1k until tier 5, which is stupid in my opinion. I was just like so excited for it, and then bam, the weapons didn't go up at all.
Yes, this officer upgrade event that's on now as well is all about getting the shards too.
Well, honestly, from what I've seen, it's given out better rewards than the old events.
It's better reward, but it's more pay orientated again. So it is.
Yeah. So it's all about timing for free to plays. You should
Pretty
also
much.
do your Romulan daily reputation if you're upgrading the augur. Just saying.
Okay, I'm a minute out here. Pat had said that he was confident too until he had his arse handed to him. I'm starting to bite my nails here a wee bit with this now.
Wait, is Pat saying until his house sent him as in he was the tier 9 Intrepid or he was a tier 6 Augur?
Not sure.
I know, Pat, if you're listening, were you the Intrepid or were you the Augur?
Oh, Pat would have been the augur, I'd say.
Alright, fair enough.
So yeah, it's a mix of officers and just the ship in general.
Yeah, I mean, after when we were doing some lovely warring last week, there's a lot of people using Yuki as captain with the two Marcuses. It fared pretty well actually. I don't know if that's that a well-known common PvP crew, but
Yeah, Yuki's amazing
yeah, the shield
until you go
and
against an
everything's massive.
Enterprise. Then she's useless.
I mean, when you pair that with older Marcus as well for the synergy, and you see the battle report and you see the huge chunk of shield that's just gone, it does its job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of people use that as a PvP crew.
If anyone's hitting my base, I always slap that on. But usually now I'm just being hit by Enterprises, so there's no point.
I mean, there's a fair few. And I'd say at least maybe 40, 50 now, or at least in our server.
Yeah.
And there's a few kind of tier 7, tier 8 ones flying around.
The only thing people really hit me with now is the Enterprise, because everyone else knows that I'm usually going to be on, and I'll just repair troll them.
Lads,
it's
that
like
augur, that augur's after getting destroyed. 6.5 hours repair on it. She's not ready for it.
No, it's because you use Nero.
It's not because I use Nero.
It's because you've used Nero. Put on Pipe Moro and Jen. I guarantee you'll get a few kills.
Flando, look at the stream. I haven't used Nero.
It says Nero.
I'm watching the stream and you're still fighting it, and it's still ongoing.
I swear I clicked that.
Well,
Yeah, when you clicked that, yeah, it says Pike now, but... Check that report, you used to have easily got a few kills. What the fuck?
20 rounds. And I done
Wow.
about 1/3 damage.
Ooh.
Oh,
How about neutral space? Are the hostiles, aren't they weaker in neutral space?
you need to stick to Wolf. Also, Wolf is a lot weaker ones. Just stick to there.
You reckon Wolf is the spot?
It's where you find out the lowest level or the lowest powered level 40s.
I'm gonna come back at some later stage and I'm gonna take the Nero crew up there and see. At 20 rounds, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna see what it does. See if it does any better than that.
How much damage were you taking? Hold on. What damage were you doing?
Shield went in round 8.
Honestly, the hostiles up there have ridiculous firing patterns. But they don't even deal that much damage.
Enough fucking damage to destroy that augur.
It's
Yeah.
more just
They just
the
deal
power
it out
itself.
over time.
Once you've tiered up, once you've got it tier 4 or tier 5, go back and do the same. Okay, there's one guy in my alliance who has a tier 4 ogre, and he, for some reason, says he goes to Greenbush to kill hostiles, so you must get a fair amount of kills at least at tier 4. So I want to see the difference. I'm not actually asking how much he gets in kills per trip, but I know he does go there to do, what do you call it, dailies.
Does he do it in one run?
So
I haven't actually asked that. That's a good question.
Pinky's
I
going to
probably-
send me. Pinky's
I
going
should
to.
have asked that.
Pinky's going to send me a ship. Let's see. He's going to bring a 1.8 Gladius. Like, I'll try it against the Gladius. But
That'll be what, tier 7 then? Maybe no, tier 6. Probably. What ops is Pinky? What's his ops level?
38, I think.
Maybe tier 6 then. I reckon, yeah. I would say Gladys would win that one.
I'll try it against anything. You know, it's really just for the battle logs and to see what crews you can mess about with. You know, I wouldn't be planning on smashing it up too many times. You know, just once or twice to see which, you know, just give something to compare. Like Jansen saying that doesn't sound like Amorgin. I wonder, is that you or Heck he's talking about?
It's probably me.
And Pat saying that I lose versus the Gladius. I probably will lose. It's certainly 1.8 million. If it was 1.2, 1.3, Gladius maybe not. But right, so I'm going to change this lower decks crew then, Flando. Let me see what Kumak does there. Anything? Increases health and attack, lowers defense. Who do we want? I've got 2 officer slots below decks. Who do we want?
Well, with an auger, you probably want to go for health the most. Full
Get
health.
Kalan. Get her to fuck.
And who can here, for example?
Yes.
Reasonably decent improvement there, like. What about that? What about Can and Livis?
Aye.
Any takers?
Hmm.
Drops the defense to 90%, but the health is 150, attack is 120.
Yeah, try that out.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Need 300k dilithium. I'm going to put 300k dilithium into that. Give her a wee bit of an edge.
Oh, whoa, go back.
What do you want me to
Level
do?
it up. Level it up.
Yeah, leveling it up.
Yeah, well, see, I'll do that grinding anyway.
But you get a lot of what's it called? Hull. Each time you level it up, so your potentially, you're reducing your chance of actually winning the fight or getting more covers because you're not going to have as much hull as you would have if you were level 15.
But I hoard that for events, you see.
They still do ship XP events.
I don't think they do. I've not seen it.
Is there not an event there? Is it domination or something, or some event where it's like you get whatever it is for using ship EXP or whatever?
Domination, but you can upgrade them officers or do something else.
Right, so up the wolf then, lads.
You missed a level.
Yeah, I'm gonna grind that.
Alright, okay.
I'm killing 3 level 39s here, or 40s here.
Cool. Right, Wolf it is. Go.
Yeah, try wolf.
I mean, I'll be really disappointed if you don't kill anything.
So will fucking I.
I'm really disappointed. I mean, I'm not expecting much from a tier 2 ship in any case.
This is tier 3 now.
Well, even tier 3.
Yeah.
Well, most ships still stuck at tier 3, to be honest.
You telling me you'd be complaining about a tier 3 auger?
I wouldn't be complaining about it, but I would certainly try and get it to tier 4 if possible.
What level's your what battleship are you use at the minute? You an Intrepid, man?
I've got an Intrepid which sits in my station gathering dust because.
What's your strongest battleship like?
My Intrepid.
At?
It's 1 point. Shit, let me check. Maybe 1.5, 1.6.
1.5, 1.6. Would you trade that for tier 1 auger?
If I was told I wasn't allowed to upgrade the auger, fuck yeah.
If you were told you were allowed to.
Oh no! If I was told I can upgrade it, then I would keep the Intrepid. If I could upgrade the auger, I would obviously take it, definitely. But yeah, I mean, it's like most ships aren't the best at the first few tiers. So, I mean, don't try and have like high expectations. When you've got to like tier 2 or tier 3. It's not until just the scopeful way of doing it. You know, you need to start spending the uncommons first until you actually get a decent amount of damage out from the ship. They bait you in with the first couple of tiers because it's only commons. The others are not too bad. I'm not spending uncommons, but it still sucks at that regardless.
Is there the game sounds audible through the stream? Do you know?
There is, yeah. Do you still use your Centurion?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't use it for much other than quick warp time to a system where I want to do something quickly. You know, where 2 or 3 minutes, like if I was going to augment space, for example, you know, or for having a second ship out. Sally's the go-to ship at the minute. Like I'm hoping the Augur will replace that, but Sally's the ship that I go out and do almost everything in at the moment, you know, other than Swarm and Borg, you know. But
you might find for a time that you'll probably still stick with Sally, depending on what it is you're killing.
Yeah.
I mean, between the Gladius that I've got and Intrepid, although my Intrepid does technically kill more hostiles than a ship, my Gladius, I use the Gladius more because it's much faster. So, I mean, although I'm not actually getting as many kills per round or per trip, I'm doing kills much quicker. I'm traveling much faster between hostiles because I don't know what the impulse speed on the Augur is, but on the Intrepid it is horrific. It's just so damn slow.
It's the same as all 3-star battleships.
Oh, the same. Yeah. So you might find yourself. I'm just impatient.
Well, I tell you, I'm at a wee bit of I haven't done a lot of digging. I've just had a cursory glance around some of the systems, and I'm using the Sally at the minute to get my dailies done. I'm finding that it's more difficult in Romulan space than it is in Klingon or Federation space for level 38 battleships, right? If I remember correctly, there were level 38 explorers in Romulan space.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the Augur will take over for that purpose, where the Sally. Well, now that's an amazing kill there. Like there's hardly anything taken off me. I'll get more than 3 kills out of this easily.
What power's your Sally?
1.6 in dock, so 1.1 say out. It's tier. Oh no, sorry, it's 1.6 out. Tier 7.
1.6 mil.
Yeah.
Oh, 1.06.
1.16, yeah.
Ah, right. Okay.
So tier 7. The thing that's held back that Sally as well is is there uncommon
rare.
gas needed there? Something?
Aye.
Or rare gas
Uncommon
needed or
gas.
something?
You definitely need uncommon or rare, depending on your tier.
If it's tier 7, it'd be rare.
So I've run low a wee bit on that. It's not that I can't upgrade it, it's that it's just it's a work in progress now at this stage. Whereas the Augur, I deliberately didn't. It's planning ahead, you see, which is what a lot of this game's about.
Yeah.
It's knowing when I was building the Bortus that beyond
You still
tier.
have a ridiculous amount of ore for free to play.
Yeah, like I was looking at what I had of a tier 5 Bortus there, and was thinking, right, will I work on this Bortus or will I wait until I get an Augur? And it was waiting until I got the Augur. Right, so there's a couple of kills on that. I could grind away here, but I'm gonna take her home.
Oh, no.
No,
Doing it as part of the combat mission.
I did.
You've got to count 3.
I have it done. I have it done.
What the first 2 parts, the rookie one and the.
Well, I'm getting 28 million dilithium. I don't need more than that right now, do I?
I mean, it would never go wrong. How good are you at shooting? Is the question.
What was the total dilithium cost?
30.
But don't
30, right? So I'm
forget
getting,
that-
I can cover that. There's Pat now. There's Devilman out in his Augur. We'll have a wee nosy at that before we warp home. He's at 2.9 million.
He's came to kill you.
No, he hasn't. He's crewed it with Yuki, Nero, and Alexander Marcus.
That's not a PvE crew.
It's not a PvE crew. So I'll take the ship home. And we'll say bye-bye to Devil, and thanks for showing up in the stream. I'm not going to test it against that. There's just no point.
Is he for a friendly visit? What crew's he got on? That's the main question. What is the crew?
Okay, so she'll be home now in 4 or 5 minutes, and we can see where we can go with the upgrades. I'm sitting on 29 million dilithium. So
you could have totally crashed into him for a series of 5 minutes.
For a quick way home.
Yeah.
I could have, I suppose. I could have.
I mean, what was your repair time? 6 hours and 35 minutes?
6.5 hours, yeah.
That's not bad, actually.
That's where my Sally is. Nothing much. Not like I only get like 50 repair speed ups a day. Can't use it that much.
Yeah, well, Devilman can now say with confidence the evidence is there on stream that Amorgin ran away from his auger.
I mean, I'm just reading Pat's comment about expensive return trip. The guy's sitting on fucking 400 million titanium tokens. I would do that if I had that many.
Yeah. See, some of the ROG lads are out. Draconis is out in his Enterprise. Bit strong for me to reasonably test this auger against. Hiltz is out in his Enterprise. Same story.
Oh, that's right. There's a hostile event on just now. I forgot that.
Yeah. I should honestly try to win that just to start saving up on uncommons.
I've lost complete interest in grinding. But I've not even been playing the game as much either. Past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of in the same boat because, you know, I started playing console online again. I'm just like having so much more fun compared to.
I think a lot of people's doing that. Now everybody's on lockdown. I think a lot of people are turning back to the old consoles and PCs and stuff.
You just.
There's been a lot of good.
More engaging and much more fun instead of touch a button, press attack, scan another hostile, wait 15 seconds, go to that, warp 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a sort of routine where I would play this game commuting to work, and you know that's there and back, meaning between 2.5 to 3 hours, and obviously because I'm working from home, doing the commuting anymore, so I'm finding myself playing other games, which are far more enjoyable and less of a headache, to be honest. But yeah, there's been a lot of good deals on Steam, so there have been either free games over the weekend or heavily discounted at that. Why is there so many free gas mines in Pajam? What the fuck? Is that normal?
Depends. It's not normal for during the gas mining event, which we have on, but oh, that's on at the moment, so it's not normal.
Alright.
For that. But then I suppose, given the low population on our server, in terms of certainly of quite active players, you know, most of them are probably out doing these events.
Yeah.
And have multiple ships out, so mining is secondary.
Wait, Morgan, do you still get the multiple refines per 10 hours?
Wait, go back to your events. Was that a grade 2 gas mining expedition?
Yeah, that's the mining event I'm talking about.
Grade 2?
Yeah, I have G3. Where is it? That I've completed. Where is it?
Is this like a founder's
There's the G3. It must be, yeah, it must be. There's the G3 one.
I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up.
That's on my server. Never seen it. Any other server either.
To me, I was going to say, it's news to me. Let's see. Just waiting for the stream to catch up.
They've had it since I started playing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we've had this for a long time, since they changed all the mining rates and everything. Like, remember, we used to enjoy mining rates the way that they're done in augment space, speed wise, and the higher the system you go to, the more that you can mine, the faster you can mine. So that we had gotten used to playing the game for, I'd say, it was a good year. That was the way that it was. More maybe.
That's good. That's what, mine 10k and you're basically getting 60k extra, so you're getting 70k gas essentially. Damn. So how often do you get these mining events?
Well, once a week. We get the G3, we get the titanium, we get the dilithium, we get the power steel, and then it's like a day off, I think, and back into it again.
Fuck. I mean, that's a good turnout.
It doesn't help since they reduced the refining rates. Like, I'll set this ship to repair first.
Refining rates, or you mean mining?
No, yeah, you're still
Sorry,
not over that. it's still a point.
Like that, when we had the extra refine, it was great because when we get those events, do you know what I mean? Because you could use it, but once they took that third refine away,
I mean, you still get 2 refines.
It's a sensitive topic for Amorgin to discuss.
do you not get 2 refines, Flando?
No,
No.
we only get 1 refine.
1 refine each?
Yeah,
That's the way it's always been.
1 refine every 10 hours.
I thought you guys had two options. Shit.
No.
Right, so maybe they're gonna give us the middle ground. Maybe all you guys are gonna get the second refine option.
No.
Like, why
No.
take? Are they going to take the second refine option away from us before long then, and bring everybody in bring us in the line with everybody then?
I thought that's what they've done. What was it they took away then?
A third. We had 3 of these.
Yeah,
Oh.
they used to have 3.
I thought it was 2 you had, and they took away 1 to bring it down to the same as all the
No,
others.
I thought that you all got 2, and we lost a third to bring us in line with yous.
Nope. We get
Shit.
1. We get a refine option every 10 hours of each material. 2 of each chests.
Yeah,
Wait, what are you getting for refines?
he gets 2 refines.
And up until a couple of months ago, we had 3.
Wait, you could hit the button 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, if you look at it was
Can-
actually 3 grades. of
Can you
crystal
see? Can you see the stream, Spork? No.
Oh, let me go take a look.
But that's why he's got so much uncommon ore.
No, where's the stream?
On my channel.
YouTube.
If you're not subscribed or anything like that, there, then shame on you. And Flando will give you a link, or Flando or Heck will give you a link on Discord there.
I'll get them for sharing it.
Alright, logged in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sent it
I
on.
just got in.
Yeah, Billy's there saying 1 refine sucks. It truly does. I actually thought all you guys had 2, and we got downgraded from 3 to 2 to bring us in line with you. So now, like, my big gripe at the time was I had spent a while with people when we discovered this, that we had the 3 refines. Nobody was aware of this until I think I showed it off in a video one time. People going like, "What the fuck?" It's understandable, right? And I think on the day that I recorded, I got particularly lucky pulls as well. So I was pulling out rares more on one of them strange days where it's like, finally, I'm getting some rares out of this, you know. So I think I pulled multiple rares as well, right, and uncommons, and people were going like, "What the fuck," like, right? But it's that typical thing about the founder server where, well, you're the founders, like, you know, we expect you to have things that not everybody has, and trying things out and blah blah blah, right? But always the question was, if there's going to be server merges, if there's going to be anything like this, you know, if they're ever going to open our server to recruitment again and all of that, instead of letting it die, we're going to need to be brought in line somewhere along the way, like, or everybody's going to need to be brought in line with us. And the thing that I had suggested for Scopely, the thing that I was very strongly at the time when we were first discussing this, and this is going back a year now probably, you know, it was very strongly, the call was out there for Scopely to bring other servers into line with us. That would have made everybody very, very happy. Everybody would have been very, very impressed, and it wouldn't have adversely affected the guys that had been fucking testing this and playing this twice as long as everybody else, you know. The fear was Scopely will take the easy road, fuck everybody off, what they don't know won't hurt them, and we'll just piss off the founder server by taking away their refines and bringing them into line, because it's easier to bring one server into line with everybody else than it is bring every server into line with one, right? which I understand from a technical point of view. That's probably more difficult. There are some very smart people that follow this channel and have engaged with us who are developers and coders, and they know a little bit about this sort of stuff. So I let them be the ones to discuss in more detail how difficult a technical job it is to bring all servers into line with one server, as opposed to the other way around. But I felt it was a very stingy thing to do. It was very Scrooge-like. Now I'm finding out we still have 2 refines. We've had something taken away from us, but use guides only have 1. So I'm sitting here going, okay, I can live with the fact of losing 1 refine and being down to 2 if now they bring others into line with us. If now it's going to be everybody gets 2 refine options. I think that would immensely please the community, and it wouldn't hurt us anymore.
Yeah, that's wild. You used to get 3. Still 2 is insane.
Right. And this would fit the what I'm thinking here that would back this up. And I'm it's more of being hopeful than being confident, right? What I'm hoping is that this talk that we've done in community panels, and everybody's been talking about this at some point, is the availability of uncommons, the availability of rares. You get to a certain point, I think, is it Bertalion or one of the guys has hit this wall with their like level 30 account, and it's just uncommons and rares, and I think everybody gets to that point where it's just they need uncommon and rares, and they hit a wall, and it's impossible to get them unless they buy them. And we've discussed now with the advent of G4 ships and G4 materials and G4 mining and all of that, everybody's kind of going, well, surely they've got to make the G3 now easier to get. The suggestion would be everybody's going to get...
Described.
Sorry?
I'm in the exact spot you just described. I just went Ops 31, and
right.
I need like 4,000 uncommon crystal to do anything.
And it's so... I think that's so common out there now in the community for the dedicated players. I'm not talking about the casual guys that don't really give a shit, that are in their early 20s and all of that there. Like, I'm talking about the guys that have played this game for a long time, and or the guys that have really put time into it. That's guys like you, Flando, Heck, and a bunch of other people out there. When you hit the wall and you want to try to stay free to play, or you've got a budget that you don't want to overspend on this game, you've got a young family, you've got a mortgage, whatever it is, you don't want to be compromising real life to continue to play this game. So Scopely don't want to lose them people either. It just feels sometimes like they don't care. It's like, we don't care about your mortgage, we don't care about your kids, we're interested in the people who are super wealthy, who 100 quid isn't going to cost them anything, it's nothing to them. And it's like, well, everybody that backs them up are the people who don't have that disposable income. You're dealing with an elite there, you're dealing with the very wealthy. And even though, by the law of averages, some of us who play this game might be more wealthier than others, we're still not among the elite. And we are a bit more discerning how we spend our money. I could certainly afford to be buying a pack a month for this game. No question about it. It wouldn't hurt me awfully bad, right? I just refuse to do it because it doesn't. That's not how I budget. I budget on. I'm quite frugal with what I've got. I don't buy things if I don't really need them, and that's just the way I've always been. Having said that, I have bought the Borg packs and things like that because they were real value, and I pay subscriptions on other games, I pay for other games. I don't mind the idea of paying for my entertainment. It's just the entertainment needs to be worth me paying for it.
Definitely.
So there's so many people like me out there who will go and spend that bit of money for the rares and all, and I get it and I understand it, and 100% more power to them. But for Scopely to understand that clientele, I think that clientele, we're the middle class of this game. We need to be respected as much as the free-to-plays or the whales, rather than being treated as the cash cows that how do we get? Well, they've spent that much. How do we get them to spend that extra bit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's always been the whales or the free to play. There's never been any kind of middle ground. I think Scopely need to realise that there's other players.
Anybody that's got the level 30 or into the early 30s, arguably even late 20s, but certainly if you've got the level 30, 31, and you're looking at having gotten your Saladin or having gotten your Bordus or whatever it is, right? And and maybe you've bought a pack or two here or there, you know, maybe not, maybe you've grinded like a madman, whatever way you've done it. The policy seems to be with Scopely sometimes, well, okay, they've spent 300 on the game, how do we make that 300 spending bracket a 500 spending bracket or a 1,000 spending bracket? And yeah, you know, and it's like, well, hold on a second, you know, or how do we make the person spent $2,000? How do we make them a $5,000 spender? You know, and that's perfectly fine. I understand from a business standpoint, that's the way you're going to look at it. But you have to look at the fact that there are people who complain about having addiction problems. They play these games, or people with problems in their lives and whatever else, that they do make silly decisions. And we've done the videos on Scopely's duty of care and all of that, and hopefully some of that has hit home at times. But we need to see something move, and I think it'll happen. I believe it'll happen. I don't know how soon though, and that's why I'm hopeful that this refinery issue that we're talking about, and how we've still got the 2 refines, they've taken 1 away from us. The fear on this would be it's the slippery slope, and the next stage will be to take it away from us in phases. The next stage will be take it away from us finally, and we'll be left with 1 refine, same as everybody else. That's not going in the right direction. Going in the right direction, respecting the community, something they can do. It might take a bit of effort. Like I said, I don't know the technical ins and outs of how easy it is to get all servers in line with ours as opposed to the other way around. And I'd love to hear from technical-minded people who develop games and who are in that kind of side of it, to explain to me how big of an ask that is for the guys on the ground that would have to actually sit down and do it. Especially in the current climate. Everybody's working remotely and whatever. However, it's still possible for them. We know with a bit of effort they could bring all servers into line and give them 2 refines. That would be the step in the right direction. That would go a long way for them guys that we're talking about to go, okay, now it might be realistic for me to progress beyond this wall without spending an awful lot.
Yeah, I agree. Howdy, guys. How is everybody?
How are you doing, Billy?
Howdy.
Another thing
there is that respect doesn't pay their bills, and that's all they care about, or their shareholders, rather.
Of course. And rather than pandering to them, I would suggest, like you'll hear a lot of people when you're talking about, from a business point of view, they still have to make money, they're still going to do their thing and all. 100%, no, I have no problem with that. But rather than as a community, as content creators or anything else, sitting here trying to factor that in and do their job for them to figure it out, I'd rather be sitting here saying, we know you can do it. It's about time you done it. It's all going in that direction anyway. You need to make G3 easier to obtain now the G4's here anyway. I'd like to think these are all indicators of it. But I'd certainly rather be sitting here thinking that Scopely need to show that respect you talk about, rather than trying to figure out for them how they make their money. They already know how to make their money. I'm not concerned with making them any more money. I'm concerned with a positive gaming experience. I'm concerned with these interactions with the community that we always have, that whether it's on other servers or on my own server. That's why I return to this game. That's why we play it. I know I haven't been very active lately in doing an awful lot in terms of content or whatever else, but we all know that there's a good community there of dedicated players who have stuck with this product for a long time. If they're not looked after, they're going to go somewhere else. And already there's Heck. Like, Heck has built up a fucking community resource of thousands of people around this game. Heck's sitting there fucking playing his console because during lockdown, when he should have plenty of time to dedicate to this. He's finding other things to do. Because they're not... Borg was great, Borg content was great, but they're not really doing enough for people to go, I want to be playing this game in a year's time.
Yeah, the Borg content, it just got repetitive. It's just bloody annoying. Month after month of us doing
Same
the same
shit.
crap. Yeah.
It's
And like
literally
the other day,
same
we had
shit
a
repeated.
hostile hunt and a Borg swarm event at the same time. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think that was about 3 days ago.
We can't really complain at times, though, right? I get what you're saying, Billy. Fuck, hold on. That's cost me 7k for that uncommon ore. That common
There
ore,
you are
sorry.
now.
Fuck. That's a lot.
That's fine. That's fucking fine.
That's a lot, dude.
That's fine. You're all right. Keep going.
I still haven't picked the stream up.
It's there to
Fucking
be
gonna cost me.
spent.
It's gonna cost me about
Fucking
eight.
spend it.
Fucking hell, you're a wanker.
Don't be a big shite bag. Spend it.
Well, we
Fucking
all know
hell.
you don't like giving us rebuild.
Stingy bastard.
Oh man, you haven't the first idea.
Jesus.
Right, hold on. I need to cash in. I need to cash in some titanium tokens. Sorry,
The
sorry,
sweat
Billy.
is
I was...
dripping off your head right now. So it is.
What the fuck am I at? Hold on. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I can cash in some of this shit. These event. I hope.
Fucking advert. Excuse my language.
Is he always been like this, Billy? With his stinginess when he was in home?
Oh, he's always like that. He never shut up, so we had to kick him. Well, I didn't. But... you can come and join. You can join Sword if you want.
Yeah, what the fuck are you at? I was on a wee bit of a rant earlier about about this. What are you at? Like, I mean, in fairness to you, Billy, you did say to me numerous times, if Sword ever decides to reform, there's X amount of players that would go automatically. And that seems to be generally the case. You know, you seem to have been accurate enough anytime you've said that to me. But what I would say is, you've been saying that to me every so often over the course of a year. This is a long time coming. This was always going to happen now, by the looks of things.
Oh, it just comes down to disrespect. I just didn't feel like I was respected by the bosses.
Because you weren't a Commodore?
And then they put me down to operative. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know?
Yeah, I was put down to agent, but I had to be kicked before I'd leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was put down to the lowest rank. Me and Triple H were sitting there and going like, I'm original here, and here I am sitting down on the fucking subs bench with fucking somebody who's ex-Rug. You know?
Oh, that's someone that we should get. I should get Trip to come on over. Wonder if he would. Considering we're on good terms with Rog at the moment. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, you're on good terms with Rog, are you? That's news.
Well, I didn't have any involvement. Your arch nemesis did all that. Fartasia?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
In fairness, it's giving him a wee bit of credit there where it's not due. Like, he's not my arch nemesis.
No, no, I'm just having a bit of a laugh. But...
To be honest, he's irrelevant until he crosses my path. Just on occasion, recently, he's crossed my path. And if you're crossing my path, I'll be reading the language and the body language and every move that you make because you've crossed my path. And if you cross my path and you seem to me to be behaving in a way that's going to interfere with me going on my journey, well then I'll remove you from the path. We've got a problem. You know, you're in the road then.
Yeah.
You know.
Who hit you in Borg space anyway?
Oh, Farty.
I read somewhere. Oh, Farty hit you. Oh, yeah.
I sent you the fucking screenshot.
Farty.
Oh, is it him?
You're talking about Farty?
I sent you the fucking screenshot, and all I got back from you was no. I sent you the screenshot last night. I was sitting looking at Bones' ship in Rodagama or whatever. You know, one of the sword lads anyway was sitting in Rodagama, one of the Borg systems, and I was sitting there and I had a 3-day shield up, and I was going to myself, right, I'm after getting hit by one of these lads in Borg space, like, you know, I need to tell Econ and Billy here, like, listen, you're one of your lads after hitting me, like, if I'm not safe in Borg space, then I'm going to have to hit back myself. And I was sitting looking
you're safe.
I was sitting looking at Bones' ship, and I was going, maybe I should just send the lads a message here and go, here, I've been hit here. This has broken the server rules. Now, in fairness, White Wolf, I think he said something in Global Chat earlier about, like, listen, this is a personal thing between yous and, you know, whatever and all, but,
Yeah.
you know, and yous hit each other. I fucking only hit one of his miners. He was hogging 3 out of the 4 miners in Lixar. That's all I done. I hit one of his miners to free up a node for myself. If I wanted to be nasty, I would have hit all 3 of his fucking ships, and I didn't.
Well, true.
And his response is to come and hit me in Borg space, which is breaking the sanctity. That's holy ground, you know. You don't do it. Like, he broke the sanctity of that, so he drew blood there, and he crossed the path, and that's it. So all you guys have a wee target on you for that, like.
I always have a target.
And in fairness, Econ and yourself didn't really say to me at the time. You know, I sent you a message. You didn't say to me, "You're safe." You know,
I was a bit drunk last night.
Sorry about that, brother. You know, you're safe. You know, so in fairness, it was give a shout out to Phil McCracken earlier. Phil sorted it out, like.
Yeah, good.
See, if you don't spend that latinum, you won't be safe. Hurry up and spend it. Hurry up.
So that's the thing about why it's worthwhile hoarding latinum. Nobody can steal it of you.
Fucking spend it.
Aren't the only thing they can't fucking steal, huh?
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's joined us there?
Me!
Who's
Me. Who's that?
Me! Oh, shut up.
Mr. George Cat? Okay, that's original. Yeah.
Morgan, get your carrots out.
Give me a second.
You got it?
Oh, this fucking. I'm down to 40k. Fucking latinum.
Oh, you fucking shut up and spend it.
Just buy
Do
it
it.
back. You'll be right.
Alright, tier 4 coming up. Fucking 11 days on that.
Fuck's sake.
Well,
Just speed it up.
Use Platinum to speed it up.
what have you speed ups?
Oh, I've got speed ups, of course.
Fucking use them then.
All these devils on your shoulder.
Stop being a bitch. Just do it. Don't spend it. Don't spend it. Don't you do it.
Right, do it.
80
Don't do it.
bloody days. 80 days he's got. He's like, I don't know about that one. Jesus
Tough
Christ.
decision.
Fucking hell.
Gonna leave yourself a bit of a shot on that one. You're better yet, scroll down, use all your 5-minute and 1-minute ones, do that instead. You'll feel better.
I need another 30 million titanium.
Spend that Platinum.
Okay.
So what's the deal with Pajem having so many open G3 nodes right there? That's
I know,
weird.
That's very
Yeah,
strange.
it's such a low population, Spork, that people are off doing these events. People have their ships out doing other things. It's literally like that's the way that it is. People will fill those nodes, but we have a G3 gas mining event on now, and I mean, people have it either done and they're away doing other things, or they're just prioritizing the event. You know.
You can just freely get a G3 node whenever you want.
Certain times
Generally.
when you see when the mining events and all are on, it can be tight. But you'll get in the lower systems, you'll get one probably. You know.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking insane.
That's
Um,
ludicrous.
It was up last night on server 139 on my original account. I managed to get 2 big nodes and 80, which never ever happens. But
I mean, you find the really low ones, like the kind of 3.6k nodes, you find them kind of zeroed a lot. sort of after midnight because people aren't online to refresh them. That's pretty much about it on a server. You know, you have to get really lucky and getting a big one.
Maybe the cat got lucky. uh, oh, fuck.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to tier 5.
Ah, yeah,
He doesn't have the latinum.
he does. He's lying.
No, he needs 67,000 latinum. It's like
Yeah,
65
he
something
can
like
get that.
Yeah.
Just swipe the visa. Come on. Content.
You've got this to tier 5. Easy. Easy.
Yeah. You've got the tokens now.
And then you can go raid with it at tier 5 and you'll be able to break bases a lot better.
I'm gonna laugh if he doesn't have enough titanium to upgrade the cargo bay.
Imagine just that one fucking upgrade.
I need one more upgrade for my.
He's got
cargo. Yeah, what is
plenty
it?
of
It's
the
the cargo
100k
bay.
ones. Plenty. He's got this in the bag.
Could be running low on common.
That's fine. Spy it. You know what to do.
Ooh, 3,000 there. Fucking hell.
For the cause.
Fucking hell.
Do it for the cause.
Don't worry. You probably spent more on the tier 6 Sally.
Do you know what that was
would
extremely
cover
satisfying
those
that you said was it
6,000.
exactly 1.7 million? That was very satisfying. And he's
Did you spot that, yeah? Just a quick interruption there for the lads that are in chat and stuff. The lads were talking about I don't know, Sync. Hello to Sync. Jeez, I've missed a lot of chat here, lad. Sorry.
It's fine. We were expecting it.
So Sync wants me to have his baby. I'm a giver, not a taker. Sync.
Dirty
was fun.
bastards.
Right, Pat's on about the uncommon wall that we were talking about.
Sorry.
Hugo saying spend the latinum, and Pat's saying just I suppose for Billy sake and anybody, he was one of the original hum and he's bottom of the tree. I know how that feels, Pat.
Jesus, I need to mute my laugh.
Right, come on, back to the upgrades. Come on, Amorgin. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop
sorry,
it. Stop stalling.
sorry. Lads, I want to get playing my PlayStation tonight as well. What the fuck time is it? 12 o'clock?
Plenty of time.
It's only 7.
Oh, it's midnight over here.
Nine AM here.
What was it getting? I need titanium.
Go raid for it.
You should have enough. You got one more upgrade to do. Cargo bay. That should
Jesus,
be it.
if there was anybody to fucking raid, like it's rare that you're able to get like I'm a snack for the big boys with what I've got. But it's rare for anybody at my level to find any real snacks that are juicy enough. You know what I mean? Like you're raiding shite or people are shielded.
Mm.
Yeah. True, your server does not have as many people. But all the bases I've recently tried to crack, yeah, it was really annoying because those people, we cracked them, we started hauling, and we got about 20 million resources into their bases, and they had at least 300 million, and I'm level 29, and bam, they just shield.
Go get that faction mine. $1 million per scoop.
The faction miner does make it a lot easier. It's,
I just got my Cavort.
Even at like tier
It's
3.
amazing. Yeah, I'm still tier 3 on mine. That uncommon wall.
It's that fucking crystal. Oh god. I mean,
It's
they
what,
couldn't have
8,000
made.
crystal to get tier 5?
I mean, they couldn't have made it. You know, if it was the Valkis, give it ore because it's Romulan. If it was Federation, give it gas. You know, they had to make all.
16 days on tier 5, lads. Sorry.
Well, you have about 55 days left, so speed that shit right up.
You know, I'm only doing this for the purposes of the stream. You know that.
Aye.
Fucking hell.
If you weren't streaming, it would still be sitting at tier 3 right now.
You pretty much sat out the entire thing, the entire build.
See, like, you've still got about 28k Latinum. Plenty. Or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sitting down here with like 4,000 Latinum.
See the
I
fact
don't
that
know,
you're
I think-
using 8-hour speed ups when there's 7 days to go. Can use the days.
Oh, fucking hell,
what
I
do I
wish I
need
had
here?
those resources. Speed ups.
Oh.
Right, I'm out of uncommon. So I can't.
Fair enough.
I am
Oh, for tier 6. Alright, okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
for these components. I can get the parts.
You could probably do the warp engine.
Oh, 5k? Jesus.
Yeah. Don't worry, that goes up to 12k for.
I knew that one. I
That's
wasn't showing the
Yeah,
that
so
tier one.
so this is my wall with this now. It's gonna like eventually I'll get there, but tier 5.
I know Hugo,
components.
he's an amateur, so yes.
We'll do the weapon details now in a wee second, Hugo. The good news is I have
Yeah,
plenty
yeah.
of rare, so I can get those 2 components done when I have the parts.
You have like.
123 million titanium. So those two energy guns can be done. But I'll be focusing.
That's gonna
The
hurt.
first one is going to be the obliterator, obviously, like, and then the other 2. So I'll be able to do those. Sorry, I came out of that in about 2 click
Steve-
happy.
Steve's made a good point. You need to level the auger, and there's a really really quick way of doing that. Amorgin, do you know how?
Go on, tell me.
Platinum.
What? She go to level 20 now, won't she?
Aye. No, 25. Tier 5.
25. 20, you'll get another officer slot.
Yeah, just bump up to 25 just now. No harm done.
Yeah, I'll go up to 23 or something. I'll grind the last bit of it out.
You could easily grind out up until like tier 7, then it gets to be a pain to level it up.
Aye. The worst
Like-
one's the Botany Bay. That is the worst ship to try and grind for ship
That-
HP. Before they changed the bases and you could actually just farm a broken base, it was alright, it was doable. And then when they changed it, it just made it so damn slow.
Want to go grind level 1s?
Okay, so there we go. She's sitting at tier 5, 1.8 million. That'll
Right.
drop a little bit when they leave the base.
Now go
I
back
borrow
to
the
Groombridge.
Now go back to Groombridge.
Aye.
Make sure to switch it back out again so you can put in that extra officer.
I just want to see how many kills I just want to see how many you do in a trip with us.
Yeah, don't forget the officer slot.
Ow!
It's
Fucking
not-
cat. Bastard.
Yeah, put a better officer in there.
Have you not got something better than that Borg officer? I love that as well with the number roundup, where you've got a 2 million ship when it's not actually 2 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be at 1.5 and 1, and it would show 2 million. It's stupid. I get also why they round it up, but still ridiculous.
Okay, Groombridge then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. What am I at? Bloody it's fucking Centurion.
You just send
Oh.
Centurion.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there was 5 officer slots. I was wondering that, to be honest.
Tier 5 auger with 5 officer slots.
Just as well for the cancel
Yeah.
warp time.
Yeah, things like that. That's where you really appreciate them wee quality of life changes. Like,
Oh, aye.
I'll just while that's I'll check back to the chat here while that thing's traveling. Yeah, Sporks here with the NTG3 spots there again. Hugo's on about skipping the Mayflower and D3 and Legionary because he knew about all the things he had to do on a daily basis. He had no choice. Now, weapon details as well, actually, I need to check those. Steve's saying about leveling it up and having a good lower deck crew, yeah. Done a wee bit of that. Pat Donovan saying he got Mayflower after he got the Saladin. Max the Mayflower to get certain primes like prime officers, prime defences, prime D3. And Hugo's asking why Scopely decided to give the cargo hold disadvantage to prolong repair time and make repairs more expensive.
Yeah, like cargo bay on an auger, how much you can even haul with it.
Yeah, fair point. And we can't actually look at the weapon slots here, can we?
You can't unless you're in base.
Yeah.
You can look at the detail. Yeah, but
Be honest, guys, how long, when you've got a nice ship, like how long do you spend sitting gazing at it while it's in warp like this?
I could totally relate to not at all, but
Eh?
I
I could totally relate.
No comment.
Do you know what kind of, like, they see the way they made the Legionary so much like the Augur. It kind of disappointed me. Like, you know, they should have.
If you look at it, the auger is pretty much Tribune, but they took off the bottom half. Legionary is a simplified version of the auger.
It's kind of like Pokemon.
It's like the simple in the Valdor.
It's a wee bit like Pokemon. You've got the Legionary, which evolves into the Augur, which evolves into the Tribune.
Yeah, and then you have the Saladin, then the Kelvin. Those are pretty much the same. Intrepid is pretty much the Newton. Enterprise A. Those are pretty obvious. Let's see. D3, D4.
The only one I'll allow. I'm not a Trekkie, so there might be information I'm missing out on actual lore, but the only one I accept is the Baltus and the Katinga. Because I think it says in the details that the Katinga is the sister ship of the Baltus. I'm like, right, fair enough. I'll allow them to look similar in that sense. But the thing is, The
Those two
only
are actually canon.
yeah, I mean the only real thing they've done differently is the Katinga is shinier. Like it's the exact same
A
fucking
bit of
chip.
tea cut.
Yeah.
No, if you look at-
You know.
so there are some small changes, but if you know actual lore, you would know that the Bortus is called the D7, which is the experimental version of the Katinga, which was the battle cruiser that the Klingons made from the D7.
Is that the
Which
one that
that's
walks
actually-
in? The only Star Trek TV show I've ever seen is Discovery. Is that the one that warps
The
in?
nin-
In that one?
I didn't watch that much Discovery, but if you watch the 1960s, you will see the Bortus design in there, and you also see that the Romulans get it as well. They trade the Bortus information to the Romulans in exchange for cloaking technology. That's how the Klingons got it.
I'm going to warn every Trekkie who's listening right now to close their ears. I'm not going to watch the 60s Star Trek. Sorry.
Are you not? It's worthwhile.
I'm not a Trekkie. I'm just
We've
not
got enough time on our hands.
I'm just not into Star Trek TV shows.
But now that, like, take Anisius there, for example, she wasn't either, like, and now she's familiar with a lot of the thing because it attracts her to find out, well, I'm presuming it attracts her to find out the lore behind all of this stuff that she's now very familiar with.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense because when I started getting into Call of Duty,
Oh shit.
I started researching weapons and stuff, or I should say guns. There's a bit of a difference between the two, but
Fuck
I just
me.
got really interested in different types of gun brands. Dude,
Fuck, that was a
What happened?
That's a close call. You'll see it on the stream now. I'm just conscious that there's a wee bit of a delay for you guys that are in the chat with me.
Oh, that'd have been so great. Oh, God.
Run, Forrest.
Oh, that.
find out that new repair bill.
Fucking idiot.
That was a close one, alright.
That was close.
Oh, I kind of.
Okay, so there's a 50% hull that took off me. I may be able to squeeze a second kill out of it. I'll try it, will I? See if we can get 2 kills out of this.
Smack the twat.
Man, the delay to stream is like 45 seconds.
Right.
Refresh it.
Yeah.
It should be about. It's about 10, between 10 to 20 seconds usually.
Hmm.
Have you got the stream set to live or?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah. So in almost 8 hours on repair for that, lads. That's all I can do with it tonight. I'm going to set it. I mean, I ask for help in this huge big alliance of mine. And let me see.
Just scroll through the ranks. Who have I got? Oh, I've got Amorgin. I can ask Amorgin. I've got Amorgin here. I can ask.
Did you not see the screen?
sort it out.
Did you not see the screenshot I posted recently, Flando, of where
I did. The alliance. You've taken over the galaxy.
yeah. Billy got taken in by that one. Is Billy still with us? No. Billy Billy didn't look too closely at the screenshot, and he goes, "Oh shit, you've got 72 members. How did you do that?" And he was seriously considering joining me. Sorry for
Me, myself, and I, and
yeah.
70 others.
Yeah, he's at 72 members, and he's also got 72 alliances, which also have 72 members.
He's kicking ass, he is. Those fucking carrots.
Right, I'm gonna have to speed that up actually to show Hugo the guns.
Oh, fuck's
I mean,
We look at the
that's
battle.
not a bad repair.
We look at the battle log first.
Yeah, you went from what tier 3 to tier 3 to tier 5, and your repair speed has went up by what, an hour and 17 minutes or something. That's
Lazy.
not too bad,
Right, so
It's not the worst.
yeah. You can still do a quick repair with 50 lat, so that's decent.
Oh, Billy's back.
Well, I have to have the right of a reply.
go for it, Billy. You were drunk. I know you were fucking drunk.
My eyes get a little bit blurry at times.
Helps the game go by a bit quicker.
Sorry?
So I'm just going to have a wee nosy at the battle logs here.
See how much stronger it's gotten.
Well, it's definitely stronger, heck, because that's the ship that killed me earlier. That
Yeah.
was in Groombridge, I think.
Well, I was thinking of going up to Groombridge and taking you out just for shits and giggles.
Oh, sure, I would have. If you had said that a few minutes ago, I would have let you instead of that. So that second red. What ship were you taking up?
Yeah. I was going to take Saladin up.
What level is Saladin?
I don't know.
Bring the Saladin up.
Levels.
Bring the Saladin up to Pajem, and I'll let you hit me a crack there before we finish up.
Okay. Why not?
Put a PvP crew in it, lads. Tell them what to put in the Saladin.
Hadley.
Yeah.
Hadley. Well, what's the little alien fella?
Using Saladin.
Is it a max Sally, Billy? Yeah.
No, it's not maxed.
What is it
Let's
at?
have a look.
Lads, what are we?
1.4?
1.4. That'll do. Lads? What are we telling them to put in that Sally?
Give me 1 second.
So just to let Hugo know that I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna let Billy hit her. So
Try
when I repair this, we take a look at the guns.
Yuki Marcus Carroll.
Alright, yeah, that one. That's the most common one. Yeah.
Who are you saying? Who are you saying? Heck.
Yeah, Spork. Yuki
Oh, Spork,
Marcus
sorry.
and Carroll.
Yuki, Marcus, and Carol. Billy, can you manage that?
I already sent the ship.
All right. What have you got on it? What have you got on it?
Paint truck and check.
Oh, I've got
Sure, it is good.
I've got Khan.
Why have you got
Yeah,
Cat?
I've got a augment crew.
Okay.
Billy? No.
Yep.
No.
No, let him at it. Let him at it.
Yeah, but over, yeah.
Flando, he's going to hit me with this this Sally 1.4. This auger's now 1.9. What do you think?
What crew are you using?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take it back in now. 1.84 when she's out of dock. I'm gonna put on Nero crew, I think.
I reckon you win, but only because of the crew that he has on.
Do you think I should leave the PvE crew on?
No, I'll send my Sally up as well.
Oh, what did you? That was a Sally. I thought it was a Sally. What?
Sorry, Centurion. I'll send both up.
Send both up.
Yep.
Because I'm probably going to take out the
So-
Centurion.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. No guarantees.
You never know with this game.
Right, so I don't know if Devilman's still with us or not. I'll give him the shout on the crew. Like at the moment I've got Spock, Kirk and Nero.
Sorry. Someone's just sent me a text and I'm sorry. Yeah.
Can we appreciate the fact that the Centurion at tier 7 almost has as much attack power as an Augur at tier 5?
Yeah, it's high 200s, isn't it?
Oh my god. Sorry.
Look at that health, though. Look at that health, and
Yeah,
look
the
at that,
health.
and look at that.
Aye. It's a healthy bastard.
The health is pretty much the only thing that sets them apart, and the defense.
Stays in shape quite well, yeah.
So there's the Obliterator. Where she's at now, and what she'll be at when I upgrade that tier 5 component. And a hi to Spock's left ear and TC joining us. Although
Hi, Amorgin.
I think Spock was with us a wee while. How are you keeping, TC?
Doing well. Just got done listening to DJ's podcast and saw y'all over here, so figured I'd come say hi.
Myself, yourself, and Flando still haven't gotten round to doing this customer service kind of video, so we'll need to talk about that at some stage. If you and Flando were able to agree a time, I'll try and fit with that.
Sure.
Well, we were talking about the possibility of another video. Do you want to give a wee mention about that, or?
I'm still trying to find a couple of moderator groups to round up for that. I'm working with a couple of other Discord owners that I know. So
Grand.
give me a couple days still before we mention it.
No
publicly,
problem.
please.
Right, so Billy, come on down to my base here. Are we taking bets,
Alright.
Flando? Do you want to open a book? On
Oh, you know me, I've always got a book open. You know me. Who have we got to set as an enemy? Oh, it's Billy. You've actually got Sword 2.0 set as an enemy. Amorgin.
fucking one of them hit me in Borg space earlier. I just haven't changed it back yet.
Ah, yeah, that one had a car.
That was just it was just a ding, you know.
Right, is the Centurion about there, Billy, anywhere, or is it not still in its way?
It's still a minute away.
Right, will I go first with the will I hit the Sally first, or will I hit the Cent first?
That's a base crew, not a PvP crew.
Yeah, like forget his crew. We're interested in my crew. He's given me an easy run with this Sally. So who am I putting on the bridge, and who am I putting below decks here?
Go to an officer.
Kesna?
General.
Right.
Let's see.
Go with the Yuki Marcus setup.
Yuki?
Yuki's a beast in PvP.
Yuki and the two Marcuses.
No Nero at all.
No, try both.
What about Mirek?
Nah, unless you
Against
got
Sally.
Mirek at either 20 or 30. Like, I mean, anti-faction officers don't really perform until they're level 20 plus. I mean, they just don't do the damage they're supposed to.
She's 15 out of 15. That's no good, no?
Nope.
Nah, not
Okay.
really.
Shit. Right, so you're saying Yuki
Yep, as captain.
as captain. Okay.
Yuki, Marcus, and you can do Nero on the
Carol
side.
Marcus?
Yeah, both Alexander
No.
Marcus and Carol Marcus on the
Admiral.
bridge with Yuki.
And you're saying Nero
You
on
want-
the side?
You want Marcus as the cap, or as paired with Yuki. Sorry, Jesus, words are hard. To boost Yuki's ability.
Admiral Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on.
Having Marcus with Yuki basically makes her just delete 15% shield each round, so it just eliminates the shield without you even having to do damage.
Aye.
Okay. Now, if I put a third of their synergy group, is that bugged or is that okay?
What do you mean?
If I put the third, if a third officer in, like
Nah,
Paul Zoo, for example.
Because his officer ability will only work with morale, and you won't have any officers on the bridge to trigger morale. So you're only going to.
What about Harrison?
Oh, you have. Wait, does he?
At Harrison, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had Harrison.
I always forget about Harrison. He's.
Right, so I'm gonna need to pull this ship home that Harrison's on for a second. It's only a minute or two out.
You've got Harrison on your liner?
On Sally with Gorkin and Kerla.
Alright, okay.
Actually, I'm not sure if the synergy bonus is going to necessarily make that more worthwhile.
So who are you suggesting, Spork? And I'll try both. I'll try if Billy's willing to come back or somebody else sends a ship. I'm willing to try both. You know.
What's Harrison's officer ability? Is that the one where it negates 60% of the damage, or is that his captain ability? No, sorry, it negates 60% of the shield on the first.
That's his officer ability.
Right. Billy, are you there?
Yep.
Billy, with your hit me with that centurion. Oh no, hold on a second. Give me a third officer here before I try Harrison against the Sally guys. I'm going to try it against the centurion.
Yuki Marcus Carroll.
Carol Marcus. Right, okay. Right, Billy, I'm going to send this ship out beside you here. Hit me with your centurion first.
Oh, Centurion. Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, my blue stacks is playing up.
Yeah.
Well, that's my excuse anyway.
Right, yeah, my book is open, guys. By the way, just as the.
What's your prediction? Quick.
Oh, against Centurion. Oh, fucking Augur.
Yeah, Augur just.
Oh yeah, Augur ate it alive.
Augur just it did. But we look at the battle log now here while we're waiting on the Sally to come home. Thank you, Billy.
It's okay.
5 rounds.
Yeah, I see that 5 rounds is exactly why Nero isn't all that great, because that damage bonus ability is only going to trigger maybe once.
Okay. So now we're going to go up against the Sally, and we're going to put Harrison in.
I don't think you need Harrison.
We'll try it anyway. Unless there's somebody really itching for me to try out instead.
The synergy bonus that you're going to get using Harrison is not going to outweigh the extra damage from Carol. Because look at this shield on the Centurion. It was already at 15% just from that.
Well, I want to change something for the purposes of comparison. For anybody that wants to do a comparison on what I'm doing.
So, maybe Harrison's not a common officer to have, mind you, so it's not going to be.
I'm not looking for something to be useful. I'm looking for something to kind of go, look at that. That fucking works nicely, or not.
Go for Livis.
You reckon?
Extra 60% hull? That seems pretty good. I think Carol is definitely the best.
Shake it up.
Put on what he's using. What Sally? Put on Kang.
You think Kang?
Increase your accuracy. He's on a Saladin with dodge.
Kang's the one that does the flat increase, right?
I believe so. I think.
Right, so the attacks improved dramatically there, but at the expense of some health. And we're going up against this Saladin. Okay.
What level is your King? I have interest. Well, that'll be level 10, 200%.
Yeah, unless your Kang is
Yeah.
tier 4 or better, it's not worth using on an off stat ship.
Right, so take Kang off, you think?
Hugo says don't use King, so use King.
That's it. So it's Levis or Harrison, lads, probably.
Levis for sure. The Harrison bonus is going to be wasted. Both his actual officer ability and the synergy bonus will be
I really
worthless.
want to compare Nero to some of this, though.
If I could put him on then, put Nero on.
Use Nero. Yeah, that's viable too. Yeah.
But I want to see this Yuki Marcus thing too, like, you know what I mean? So Nero, Levis, who else?
You got to balance your below deck with that Levis setup,
there's
though. Your
Necron.
attack is super, super low. You're missing a couple of breakpoints there.
Oh, I'd like to hit Netcron. He just flew across our screen. I love his replies. He goes, "You're a hacker. You're this, that, the other," and noob. His favorite one is noob as well. Oh, I hit him just for the laugh.
If you're going to put on Nero, put on Kumak.
You think Kumak? I was going to go with Carol Marcus.
Alright. Look at that. You've hit over 2 million. Beautiful.
I'm wondering, is there anything I can do?
You've put on Alexander Marcus, not Carol.
Say again to me, Flando.
You've put on the Dad Marcus, not the dog.
No, I have that changed now. I have that changed now. Okay, are we happy with that?
Go
You got to balance your below deck.
What are you suggesting below deck?
Whatever you can do to make the most breakpoints.
Yeah, I think I've done the best I can there. Let's see, maybe Can. I don't think he's gonna. Marginally. Let me see. Try Kras instead of Charvanek. I don't think I'm going to get much better than that.
Just stick with that then.
Alright, thanks for waiting, Billy.
Yeah, all good.
I'm at over 2 million out of dock. That's good. Whenever you're ready,
Looks pretty solid.
blast away.
Oh yeah, with that last change there, you got an extra breakpoint. That looks great.
I reckon Augur will win this. But if Billy didn't have a base breaking crew on, I'd probably say Sally.
Hugo predict that Yuki, Marcus and Harrison would do really well, so that's something I can test and do. I plan to do a wee dedicated video on the Augur, so that gives me something to do. If I can get Billy again back to throw out them ships at me again, if he doesn't mind. I'd really like.
No, I've got to go.
No, not tonight, Billy. Maybe tomorrow or next day. And maybe I'd really like to see somebody try to crack my base with it in. see how that goes.
Yep. Okay.
But we'll see. You put the word out to them sword lads. I'm pretty sure Farty would and Econ take up that challenge. Tell the lads they can record away and do whatever. I might even put the shout out to Pinky and them guys. Pinky and the Rog guys might come and crack the base, see what it takes. Do we test with me? I wouldn't mind seeing how that augur goes defending, the base. Let's take a wee look at this battle log. I'm going to look once more at the guns. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the guns. I'm going to let that repair overnight, lads. We look at the battle log there, Billy.
You're such a free-to-play player.
8 rounds. Sally definitely took a chunk out of me that Centurion didn't anyway. We expected that.
Bear in mind though, he used the base breaking crew and it still got it to under half health. Bear that in mind. Like if he had an actual PvP crew on there, I reckon the Sally would have won that.
You reckon so?
Well, do keep in mind that Amorgin is free to play. Doesn't have all like the prime officers.
Oh no, definitely.
Technique searches, which I mean that makes a major difference.
The
compared
primes.
to
Aye.
yeah, like regular tier 5 augur that would have all those researchers would be like, I don't know, 2,500,000 power instead of 2 million.
But there she is. It's my first 2 million ship as well, guys. I want to thank you all for joining me on the stream. I'm going to go and get some refreshments and play some Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'll probably stream a wee bit of that just so that I have it up on the channel, the different chapters. If you just want to pop in, check out some of that, I'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. But if not, I'll hopefully catch TC and Flando for a video on that other stuff, that customer service stuff. And
that'd be a good one.
And if any
thank
you
you for spending the 400 minutes with Titanium. It was great to see that spend. Thank you very much.
no problem.
That Latinum, well.
And I'm still sitting on 30k Latinum, so I'm happy enough with that.
Exactly.
Rich bitch.
We can find something to spend it on.
Oh, I'll find something.
We'll spend it for you. Don't worry, Morgan.
Well, this augur is going to be a work in progress now. It's going to be something I can reasonably look forward to upgrading over the next days, weeks, and all of that. I'm no longer at the rare wall. I have a wee bit of wriggle room, so we'll see where I can get it. Hopefully, I can get it up to tier 6 in the next couple of weeks.
I mean, if you get it up that quickly, then
you need 15k ore.
yeah, as a free to play.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It'll be an interesting one. We're sitting here in April. Sorry, I was sneezing there. We're sitting in April, and it'll be a nice thing now when I finally get it to tier 6 to be able to look at and go, right, how long did that take with my 2 refined?
I mean, it took me 2 months to get 1800 uncommon crystal saved up, and
so I should be able to get that in a month.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, but you
that was me not upgrading anything needing crystal, and
Morgan, I'm gonna send that ship back, that Sally. I need to destroy you.
He's on a mission.
Well, I'm logging off, Billy, very shortly, so you can sit there all you want. How long are you going to be?
Just give me 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes? That's all you need, huh? You can get there in 4?
I'm again.
No.
Just want to point
Head
out.
on quicker.
Can I just point out that your shield's due to drop in 3 hours' time if you're heading off?
Thanks for that. I was aware of that, but thanks for that anyway, Flando. Right, well, I'm going to take a 2-minute break then, and I'll be back, and we'll finish off the stream with Billy's attempt to destroy this augur.
No worries.
Wow.
Go, Billy. Yeah.
Yep. What's up?
Right, 3 days. Right, make note of when he's put that shield on, Billy. 3 days from this minute. Take me over that one.
We've all seen it. There's proof.
So that's
That's not nice, guys.
I'll
so,
Hey Google, set alarm for 3 days exactly.
Yeah, that's right. 30th of April at 12:43. Cool. Set.
Watch the fucking shield drop before then.
Sure, I've set an alarm. Days exactly.
Oh,
Oh, love
3
it.
PM, not 3 days.
Fucking hell. How the fuck did I not swear during the video the other week, Amorgin?
You cutting off? What was that?
I said, how on earth did I not swear during the video I did with Morgan the other week?
You
Was
did
that a
good.
recording?
Yeah, sometimes I just have to swear.
No,
You can
no,
always edit it.
yeah. Fuck it.
He must hate it when I do videos with him. I fucking can't help myself.
And just because he stepped away doesn't mean he stopped it recording.
No.
Yeah,
He's,
true.
he's waiting for one of us to say something bad and fuck up big time.
Spoilers there, trucking chick.
Oh, hey! Be nice.
Yeah. We love him, really.
Hmm.
La 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 la.
Hurry up and wait.
1 minute. Come on.
Pedal
Where is he?
quicker.
I see you, Raven there, Billy.
Yep. No, we didn't say anything bad about you at all when you were
No,
away.
no.
That's all right.
Not at all.
No problem.
Absolutely
Just a
not.
lot of editing.
No
It could
problem.
be
You
edited
stopped
now.
recording when you stepped away, right?
Of course, yeah.
You went for a dump, really.
Probably.
That was a fucking quick dump. What? 2 minutes? What?
Gorkin, Kerala, and Chang.
Quick change of subject, huh?
Yeah, let's see how you go.
What are we saying about Gorkin, Kerala, and Chang? Get that book open again, Flanders.
Chang's terrible.
Let's see.
Oh, don't tell me that.
King has actually turned some battles against me before.
He's
I mean,
so
he does.
situational. He's good for like 1 round every 4 battles.
Hey, just because
I
he
had
doesn't
one
always
battle
perform
against him
doesn't mean
where he
he's not
delayed.
good.
That's what she said.
Oh Jesus! And it had to be a woman saying that, didn't it?
I did not mean it like
The fucking
that.
cat backing her up.
I have no idea.
Billy
how to
gets
reply
that,
to that.
all the time.
So many words.
I'm dying. I'm sorry. I did not.
We'll
mean it
stand
like
up for
that.
him.
How many times do you say things like this? It seems like every time we're talking, you say something along these lines.
I'll pick
Blame
that
her.
up
Yeah, it has
now.
nothing to do with the male mind reading into these things at all.
No, not at all, not at all.
I'll
I
stop
think this is just
talking
masterful trolling.
completely.
Totally.
Oh well, you're gonna throw the ship out or what?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting on Flando to give us the odds here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Patience, patience. The numbers don't always be rushed. Alright, you gotta take your time. Fucking hell.
Stamina. Hmm.
Are you using the same crew?
Me?
Yeah.
Will I? Do you want to swap? Well, I'd use the Yuki crew this time. Yuki, Harrison, and
Aye, go for that. Try that.
Yuki. Yeah, right. Okay, let me swap here.
So, I've yet to actually see 20% shield really being deleted with Yuki, so I have no idea how well it's going to fare. But I love the Augur, so I'm going to say Augur.
Okay, by much.
Close one. Closer than the last fight.
I think I need a bigger ship.
You're 38. You must have a bigger ship now, Billy.
No, I don't. I just spent it all on up.
You're not getting any more ships.
Nope. I'm close to getting the Enterprise.
Alright, fair enough.
You know, I think I got lazy and I've got too many big friends with big ships to help me out.
Filter the
Kraken.
group for speed.
What are you saying to
Sorry,
me?
what?
I said, because you're going for a full synergy crew, you could just filter for a group rather than strength, and you would have had Harrison and
True.
Marcus there.
What am I maximizing below decks then?
Maybe take off Nero. Take off Libis for Nero.
You still want to get balanced. You got to get that attack up there.
Put Crash back on. Crash, Nero, and Kirk.
Yeah, Krasnero Kirk is a great combo because it's one of the each of the primary stats.
Right, so that Crass, Nero, and Kirk's really hurting my health. It's improving ever so slightly my defense and marginally hurting my attack.
Who's beating into the mic?
Billy's having a wee bit of fun with himself before.
Well, it's not me.
Lordy. Ideally, you'd try to get 2,400 stats in each category.
Ain't happening.
Then at least get the bonus below there. If you click on the bonuses on the right, you can see what the breakpoints are, so you can aim for one.
Hugo's saying don't bother with defense.
See, Gorkin making a wee bit of a difference there. Let me see, who did I take out there? So there's a balance on Gorkin, Crass, and Levis is giving me a bit of a balance there, sacrificing defense for both attack and health.
Aye, go for that. Aye, go. Try that.
Try that.
Aye.
John Harrison.
Are we happy?
Yeah.
We're going for max synergy here.
Okay.
Going for the full 20% shield delete per turn.
I mean, Saladin don't have a high
Just
shield, so
hold up a second, Billy.
4 rounds. 5 rounds? No, but 4, yeah, 5 rounds.
So Netcron's after sending me a message there, Billy. You'll be interested to know, saying that I must have spent an awful lot of money for that ship to take out a level 38.
He's so.
I guess
He's a
Netcron,
special guy.
Netcron can ask Flando if he thinks I've spent an awful lot of money. Okay.
Where are you going?
No, it's just
that's
I wanted it full. I want a full hull health and everything when you hit me. I didn't want that ship
Oh, hold on.
attacking me.
How would I know? I mean,
No, do you think I spent an awful lot of money?
are you using my bank card for me to somehow find out?
I'm asking from what you know of me. Do you think I've spent an awful lot of money?
Well, I mean, I didn't think you were such a stingy bastard until tonight, so, you know, you think you know someone.
Wow.
Oh, Amorgin.
I haven't. Just for the record, I haven't spent an awful lot of money to get this ship.
Not a lot of your own money.
Right, Billy, I'm going to send this out to you now. Are you ready?
Yep. All hands on deck. Battle stations. Red alert.
Whenever you're ready.
I'd laugh if I won.
Alrighty. You won that one.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Just waiting for the stream to catch up.
Yeah, battle still has started on the stream.
Nope, there we go.
There it is.
Barely.
A win's a win.
Can we discuss
Harrison,
how
good
your
job.
tier 5 auger costs the same amount to repair as my tier 5 Bortus? That doesn't seem fair.
See, look at that shield depletion.
What level are you at,
Well,
Spork?
Good old Scopely mess.
31.
It could be something to do with research and stuff that I've got.
No. Because
Not repair
Well,
costs
actually,
down
maybe-
for Romulan ships and all that shit.
I thought you were enemies with Romulans. So you wouldn't have a
He's got an
change
auger.
in common.
No, I'm
No.
I'm capped with Romulans. Not new cap now. You're the old hard cap, like a 10 million. I've kept it at that. I would have been up higher than that, but I've been working on Klingon, so that's brought it back down to the cap. You know.
Right, scroll down the support. I want to see the damage done. Do you know the possibility was that he attacked you, so he gets the first round. Had you
True, no, attacked him,
first,
yeah.
you'd have had that first chance of getting damage done. He had 30k health left. You're doing damage on more than 30k per round, so you might have got lucky and won that fight had you attacked, possibly.
Okay.
Is that round? Wait, did he crit you at all?
Certainly doesn't look like it.
No, I don't. I've not seen any. Oh, fuck! There you go. The very last one. Aye, that's a big shot.
No,
Yeah, one big gun crit won that fight. If that last one wasn't a crit, you would have easily won.
Hmm.
I wonder what Netcron says now.
But even with that, like if he had to crit me twice in that fight,
One crit
I'm
on the
done.
Sally in 7 rounds is quite
I mean, honestly, I think it's all up to crew in that situation.
Oh, no, I did crit. Oh, I just did crit, so I didn't see one round 2. So you crit twice. Small gun, the big gun.
Well, there it is anyway. I'll test it again if Billy or if somebody's willing to come and test it with me. I'll try it out again. I'd like to try it against an Enterprise, about the same strength.
Yeah, okay. Just got to find out who's got an Enterprise that's strength.
Yeah, and we'll. I seen somebody out. One of the ROG lads out earlier had one around that strength. Might try him out. I'd like to see the Nero crew against that ship as well, Billy. I'd like to see how that does.
Yeah,
against
sure.
that ship some stage. But I'll hit you up. I'll send you a message or something when I'm ready to record. See if you're about, and we can do that another time.
Yep, all good. Anyway, have a good day or night.
Thank you.
No worries. Bye, guys.
Good luck.
See you later, brother.
No worries. Chuck another crock on the Barbie. I can't do an Australian accent at all.
You know, that was not a
wasn't
good one.
Australian.
Sorry.
No worries. That's better, isn't it? That's more. No worries.
Flaming Galah.
Yeah, Flaming Sheila.
Um,
Okay, so I'm happy enough with that, guys. I'm going to end the stream here, and I want to thank anybody that commented and stuff like that.